Here is Pete Hegseth, incapable of answering a question about conflicting viewpoints within the administration and lying to the American people.
Because of that. And also, you said earlier that the president chose mercy. But you yourself had said 3 weeks ago that we will give no quarter to Iranian troops. How do you correlate those two? And do you think that your comments may have put American troops at risk?
No. I try to be nice up here, but you did listen to what I said, right? I laid out the objectives. We believe we've accomplished them, and it's a historic military victory. And President Trump has the option as the commander-in-chief to compel an adversary to the table, which is precisely what he did. And at the end, he chose to say, you know what, I'd rather talk to you at the table than obliterate your capability to export oil and fund your terror regime. So he did make that choice. That was his choice. He was a president of peace, and he's been willing to make those really tough calls that the American people elected him to do. Nothing we've done, not a single thing we've done, this is a typical, of course it's ABC, not a single thing we've done has put an American troop in more of a harm's way.
So let's break this down. First and foremost, he can't answer the question as to how do you square that circle with he being the defense secretary saying we're going to give no quarter to Iranians, and Trump saying I'd rather negotiate, I chose peace. Then you hear him call Donald Trump the president of peace. I still don't know how he can say that with a straight face. You're calling Donald Trump the president of peace while discussing a war that he started, an unnecessary war that he started. Oddly enough, he said there that he would rather negotiate, the president would rather negotiate with Iran rather than obliterate their ability to finance their terror regime. So Trump is okay if they still finance terrorism? I'm asking because that's what you said, Pete. You said he would rather negotiate with them than obliterate their ability to continue to finance their terrorist regime. Doesn't really make sense, does it? And lastly, you heard the Secretary of Defense there lie to the American people by saying nothing we've done has put troops in more danger. There are 13 dead American troops because of your actions. We didn't have to go to war with Iran. We didn't have to bomb Iran. We didn't have to have more troops in the region. All of that, all of your action cost us 13 American soldiers. I seem to remember you guys losing your ever-loving shit over 4 people in Benghazi. Where's all of the outrage over the 13 dead for an unnecessary war against an adversary that didn't attack us, that wasn't a threat to us in the moment? That's Secretary of Defense right there, tap dancing around the question and lying to the American people, which is par for the course for this administration.